Welcome to the Dominic Ultimate Wrestling Show. And I am your host, Dominic Owen Gold. And today we're going to be talking about some professional wrestling. I don't have a script. This is a spur of the moment video. I don't know. It's been a while since I've uploaded, wanna get on a more relatively standard schedule. NXT is going on right now. I'm not actively watching it. I'll probably watch it tomorrow morning. But today I felt the need to record and give my opinions on the past 2 months of professional wrestling. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, let's start. So last month was April. Let me double check this. I believe last month was April. April seems like it was so long ago, but I think it was literally last month. Last month was April, and at the beginning of the month we had WrestleMania weekend. I did not watch all the WrestleMania weekend shows. There's a couple I didn't. I didn't watch Multiverse of Matches, but I heard it was really good. But I did watch Mania, and I watched Planet Death, and there's 2 other things I watched. Oh, I watched Joe Janela's Spring Break. That weekend was just some really good stuff for wrestling. And then we go into the week after Mania weekend, because we had a really good wrestling week. Cody Rhodes comes back to WWE. That's awesome. Cool. No one thought it was going to happen. Everyone thought it was a troll. I know this video is super late, but time moves on my speed thing. Whatever. So that Raw, we have Cody come out. He cuts a promo talking about his dad and the legacy. And they're basically just building to him probably winning Money in the Bank, I think. And I still feel that way even after, that's how I felt when that promo happened. I was like, oh, Cody's going to win Money in the Bank. Still think that's going to happen. So that all happened. And then you've got... So that's the WWE side. You've got that. And that's still going on with him and Seth Rollins. And now we jump into the GCW side, which is GCW has just they announced all these crazy shows. And the one I want to talk about is Nick Wayne versus Will Ospreay, happening in Providence, Rhode Island, of all places. What the fudge? Honestly, y'all do me a favor. I hope that match ends in a tie, so they can run that back in Seattle, and I can be there. It's not gonna happen, but that'd be really cool. So we've got that. That was announced. We've got AEW going on. The Ring of Honor shows. The Supercard of Honor show was amazing, and I honestly cannot wait to see Ring of Honor start running actual programming. And it's gonna happen. It'll probably be HBO Max that gets Ring of Honor, if I had to guess. But then we gotta talk about what also happened toward the end of last month, which was something people thought would probably happen, but nobody knew for certain. And that is the Forbidden Door getting announced. I cannot even begin to explain how excited I am based on that. It's just amazing, honestly. Cannot begin to explain it. But that's cool. That's fine and dandy. But the matches, I hate that people, though, they're oh, Ospreay versus Darby. No, that's not the match we want. We don't want that. Ospreay can be on the card, but he doesn't need to wrestle Darby, because Darby needs to wrestle Hiromu so they can just throw themselves at each other as fast as possible. And it's the match's whole premise is to see who doesn't break their neck first. But so that's Forbidden Door. Like, it's crazy. WrestleMania Backlash was 2 days ago. Yeah, it was a pretty good show. I turned it off when it got to the 6-man tag because I just feel that's such a played out thing in the WWE formula, is like a 6-man tag, and it really makes me mad because I thought we were going to get the unification of the tag titles, and I think that's still going to happen. I just think it's going to happen at SummerSlam when it should have just happened at Backlash, and you can just take the belts off RK Bro, you can split them up, you can do whatever. That makes a lot of sense to me, personally speaking, but I'm not a booker. If I was, things would be very different. Like, if I booked literally any company, if I booked WWE, champion would be Finn Balor. And I know people are going to be like, well, why would that be? Because he's proven to be over. Like, I don't get what Vince's deal is. That guy he sells t-shirts. He's a great wrestler. He can talk. Like, what else do you want? I don't get it. And, eventually, his contract will expire. And maybe, I don't know, maybe New Japan makes a call and they bring the Prince back. That's all wishful thinking. It's, we got some stuff going on with Kota Ibushi that's pretty crazy. That's going on right now. I'm really just trying to, get through. I want this video to be, 15 minutes. We've got the Ezekiel and Kevin Owens stuff going on. That's still going on. I really thought that was just going to be, a little mini feud. And it wasn't. Also, what company puts Madcap Moss versus Baron Corbin on a card? What do you... that's a pre-show match if I've ever seen one. You could have, slotted Finn versus Damian Priest in there. Austin Theory versus someone. I mean, they haven't built up a challenger, but, you could even unify the US and IC title. It works. When you unify 2 mid-card titles, it makes 1 mid-card title, and that's good. But they didn't do that. WWE is doing stuff. They're telling good stories. They're doing a lot of good right now. They need to focus on their mid-card stuff because people really care about the wrestlers who are in the mid-card division. It's not that hard. Just book Ricochet on a show. You can have him drop the title. Just have him there. That's it. I don't get what is so hard about this. You don't need the 6-man tag match on the card. If you were planning on not having Roman defend the title on that show, you should have just put another title on the line. But you can't do that because he's the undisputed champion. And, that's fine. Obviously, they've got a plan with that. Dwayne is going to come back. That's what everyone thinks. Will it happen? Probably. Who really cares though? I'm not focused on that. I'm more focused on AEW because I love their product. I'm not even gonna say that I'm more partial to one or the other. When wrestling is good, it's really good. When stories are good, they're really good. AEW has been. They're not right now because, they're kind of taking a little hiatus and they're trying to build stuff out. But has been doing both. They're still having great matches. It's just the storylines that need to get back on par with what they were doing. And, I think they will. I'm very, very excited for Double or Nothing. Punk versus Hangman, that's enough right there to sell the pay-per-view. That's it. That's enough. Especially you have Hangman, turn heel and just, kick Punk in the testes. That'd be insane. I think that's a little predictable, but, honestly, it would be just something so, out of character, and I think people would be, interested in seeing what would happen there. I think what would happen if Hangman turns heel is he'll just go back with the Elite. Stu Grayson, his contract expired. That was a real shocker for me to find that out because he was such a big part of the early days of AEW, but they let him walk. Money comes into play for these things. And I don't know. You know? Ninja Mac is in Pro Wrestling Noah. Rob Van Dam's about to be in Pro Wrestling Noah. Pro Wrestling Noah is just kind of like going through a renaissance, and they're just like, yeah, they got Mike Elgin, but and I know a lot of people don't like that, but like they've got just wrestlers who are good at the wrestle thing. A lot of good wrestlers. That's what Noah's got. New Japan has got the same thing. Juice Robinson joined Bullet Club, which is something I never thought I'd say. One, because I didn't know I wanted it. Right. I didn't know that. I was like, oh, that's an interesting idea. But, like, you know. Not the biggest Juice fan, but he's in Bullet Club, and that's cool. I've always been a fan of Bullet Club. God damn it. That probably all got picked up. You know, we are like... Wrestling is about to either be really good or it's gonna flounder. And I hope it's not the latter, because I'm loving everything from every side. Even NXT is doing some really cool stuff with Joe Gacy and Braun Breaker. And I hope they do the right thing and put the title on that man. He is ready. Do it. Fucking do it. Freaking do it. I didn't mean to swear. Freaking do it. Just pull the trigger. He's great. I know y'all fired Baby Brock, and like that was a big part as to why Joe Gacy was getting this push. But like, forget that. Dude's a good wrestler, can cut a promo, and is genuinely spooky. Spooky! It just, I don't even know. You know, AEW's got MJF feuding with Wardlow. That'll be really good. It has been really good, actually. The storytelling, I mean, Shawn Spears versus Wardlow, I can take or leave that. That's eh. But this week on Dynamite, you got Jeff Hardy versus Darby Allin, Dax Harwood versus Adam Cole, baby. Oh, yeah, there it is. I did the thing. Wow. Probably Blackpool Combat Club versus a group of 3. What group of 3? That remains to be seen. But the report is that there's trio titles coming in. That's amazing. House of Black versus Blackpool Combat Club, please and thank you. If not that, maybe some little Forbidden Door type stuff, like House of Black versus Suzuki-gun. Oh, that'd be so good. I don't know. Maybe at Forbidden Door we get Darby versus Desperado. El Desperado. That'd be insane. You know, Francisco Akira just like recently debuted in New Japan. He's still yet to have a match, but it's this Sunday he'll have had his first match, and I'm very excited. His first match is against Sho, and I think that is going to be just like such a good freaking match. My gosh. Impact is doing a lot of good stuff too right now. Like I can't help but praise all the companies that are doing so much right now. They're improving their product. Sami Callihan just returned on Saturday. Like, Josh Alexander is champion. These are all things that are good for that company. They just, like, signed Mia Yim. Even if it's, like, a temporary deal, they still did it. Warrior Wrestling is about to run Davey Richards versus Will Ospreay. House of Glory is running Will Ospreay versus Low Ki. Like, if you're a Will Ospreay fan, wrestling in the U.S. is like kind of slapping right now. He's great. I will not accept any slander of Will Ospreay ever. That dude's amazing. Great wrestler. Like, I mean, hopefully one day I can will it into existence that I get to fulfill my dream of being a professional wrestler, and one day I can wrestle him. But it's probably not gonna happen because I'm out of shape and I'm like 5'11". But maybe that'd be pretty cool. Pretty cool. This is a lot of. This is more off topic because I didn't have a script planned out. Samoa Joe is with AEW now. That's really cool. I want Jeff Cobb versus Samoa Joe, or Jonah versus Samoa Joe. Give me either of those, and I can give me a triple threat at Forbidden Door. Give me Samoa Joe versus Jonah. No, a tag match. You give me Keith Lee and Samoa Joe versus Jonah and Jeff Cobb. My God. You need to reinforce that ring for the amount of beef that's in there. That's a dream match of mine. Yeah, do that. Give me Swerve versus give me Swerve versus I'm trying to think of his name. I don't know. Give me Swerve versus Hiroki Goto. I think that'd be a really good match. I'm just trying to realistically think about the matches I'd want to see. I'm just don't know. Bryan Danielson versus Zack Sabre Jr. is a must. If you're not gonna do that, then give me Daniel Garcia versus Zack Sabre Jr. I don't care which way it goes. One of those two, I want to see some technical wrestling. I don't know. You know what I do know? I hope that one day we get a super show and it's New Japan and AEW versus Impact and Noah. My God, would that be just amazing? And the main event could just be a title versus title versus title versus title match. But none of the titles are on the line, so you have whoever the GHC champion is, you have whoever the IWGP champion is, you have whoever the AEW champion is, and you have whoever the Impact champion is. In a fatal 4-way, and then you book that, and I don't know, maybe you have some screwy circumstances so nobody goes over. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, that'd be pretty freaking sweet. Wrestling is just good right now. If I had more to say, I'd say it, but I'm enjoying wrestling right now. There's not much bad in my eyes. I hate the Ezekiel stuff, but other than that, it's just it's good. It's really good. But that is my video. Hope y'all all enjoyed. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. If you find me, I've only got 5 subscribers. You can unsubscribe if you decide oh man, this dude's awful. I know a lot about wrestling, more than most people do, I feel. And if you're here for that, cool. I also sometimes will throw in random rap-related things. So if you want to listen to some wrestling takes and hear some references thrown in about rappers and horror movies and all that stuff, you're in the right place. Please subscribe. I know it may look like I'm dying inside on account of the fact of how dark my room is, but I'm not. But please, if you enjoy this, go and subscribe. And hit the bell notification for whenever the next time is that I drop a video. That is all. I have been Dominic Ultimate, aka, my full name, all that good spiel. Have a good night.